I have never traveled abroad before, so I'm excited to share with you my first travel vlog ever. Welcome to a travel day in my life to Hong Kong. Our flight was on schedule, but we had to stop over at the Cebu airport. After waiting for a few hours, we headed to the immigration and everything went smoothly. We then headed straight to the waiting lounge and took a nap. This was such an amazing airport. After almost 6 hours of layover, we are finally on our way to Hong Kong. Finally, after 3 hours, we're here! I was really exhausted from the layover, but I'm also very excited. We then filled out some forms and headed to the immigration. As a first-time traveler abroad, I was really worried about the immigration, but so far, if you have the right requirements and documents, everything will be smooth sailing. We waited for our friend who was from a different flight, and since we got hungry, we had breakfast at the airport. One essential that we had to secure for our entire Hong Kong trip was the Octopus card. It is basically a reloadable card used for public transportation and other purchases. Before this trip, we downloaded several apps that we think are useful, such as the Mass Transit Railway app, Uber, Airbnb, and Google Translate. When it comes to wayfinding, it was actually very easy to navigate around the train stations. From the airport, we went to Kowloon Station and had a quick lunch. We then booked an Uber to our Airbnb. I was really fascinated because the driver's seat was on the right side. Perhaps they adopted it from the British, since historically Hong Kong was a British colony before 1997. After settling down in our Airbnb and taking a nap, we then had a night stroll around the area. The streets were so vibrant and PWD friendly. We then explored Temple Street, which was kind of like a night market. We tried several street foods such as the eel, squid, and octopus. I actually quite liked the chewy texture of it. We stopped by at this fruit shake store and I really like how fresh it is. We also tried some intestines and it actually tastes quite good. It's very interesting to witness the culture of Hong Kong in this night market strip. We bought a souvenir art from a street artist here. As we reached the end of the night market and went back, we saw this candied strawberry and we had to try it, and it was the best snack I ever had all night. On our way back, we saw this cute little cat who is as tired as we are. After a good night's rest, we were ready to explore the urban landscape of Hong Kong. Hong Kong is known to have the most number of skyscrapers than any other city. The inner architect in me was so captivated. Eventually, we made it to the Peak Tram entrance. The Peak Tram is a famous tourist attraction and is the first funicular railway in Asia. It has been operating since 1888. The funicular railway is just basically a cable railway system on a steep slope. As we were ascending, we could gradually see the Hong Kong skyline. The Victoria Peak has an altitude of 552 meters and is the highest peak of the main mountain range on Hong Kong Island. Geographically speaking, Hong Kong consists of several islands, and the Victoria Peak is located here. A few moments later, we reached the Sky Terrace. The city skyline from this view was so breathtaking. Afterwards, we dropped by at Madame Tussauds and explored the vicinity. We later had a quick bite and started on our descent. What I like about the streets of Hong Kong is that it is so well maintained. Oh, and did I mention that everywhere you go, you can connect to a Wi-Fi connection that's very strong. Hong Kong is known to have the most affordable gold jewelry, and you can find it here. Later, we finally arrived at the observation wheel. It took us almost half an hour to wait in line. The observation wheel is a 60-meter wheel that gives a better view of the Victoria Harbour. After a knee-trembling experience, we then tried some grilled cheese and siomai. It was about to get late, but the night is still young. What I noticed here in Hong Kong is that the sun sets really late. We later went aboard on this luxury yacht experience. After a long day of exploring Hong Kong, this was the best way to unwind. The harbour was originally called Hong Kong Harbour but was later renamed to Victoria Harbour to assure shelter for the British fleet under Queen Victoria. This harbour that separates the Kowloon Peninsula and the Hong Kong Island is a major tourist attraction in Hong Kong. After a relaxing cruise at the iconic waterfront, we then waited for the Symphony of Lights show. We waited along the rails of the Avenue of Stars. At exactly 8 p.m., the vibrant lights filled the waterfront. After the show, we stopped by at K11 Art Mall. As an artist at heart, I truly enjoyed this place. When the mall closed, we headed back home and stopped by at this home noodles shop. This is my first time trying out authentic beef Chinese handmade noodles. And I have to say, I was surprised with the numbing effect on my lips. Seriously, I couldn't feel my lips after this. Claypot rice is a famous dish in Hong Kong, and we are never leaving until we try one. Good thing we found this restaurant nearby. They have a selection of several authentic Chinese meals. Their restaurant has a nice ambience, and they have great customer service too. Their specialty is a claypot rice, and I think we went to the right place. We ordered a hot, comforting tea, claypot rice with traditional Chinese sausage and cured meat, and claypot rice with chicken and pressed salted duck. The service was pretty quick too. Once the claypot rice were served on the table, they then mixed it all together for us. I really like the crispy texture of the rice that goes well with the meat. After a full stomach, we just spent the rest of the day shopping for affordable shoes. Hong Kong is a place filled with rich culture, amazing food, and spectacular urban landscape. Overall, this was a truly magical travel experience. Our trip is not done yet. Stay tuned for my next video where we visited Macau and Hong Kong Disneyland. Also, my friends and I will be creating a travel and lifestyle channel very soon. I'll put the link in the description below. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. See you again in my next video. Bye!